Well then, so I had spare time, so I decided to record. And I didn't have spare time before. For like half a month. Since, when's this one that last uploaded? Wait. A month ago? Jeez, that's a long time ago. Well, I'm gonna make another video. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Great. Alright, so today I'm going to show off a creation that I mentioned in a previous episode. The Crystal Crates. It is the ship model 0.9. This thing. Mentioned it previously that I couldn't load it before. It has broke down because of the mod. Then you will be thinking, well, finally, we could finally see what this thing is. It looks so complex. Though the propellers look a little bit too shiny, doesn't it? Well, alright. Let's then show you what this is. So, I decided to start from 0.7 and make another 0.9. 0.8, 0.9 effects. This is the latest one I have, most advanced one. It looks a lot better than the other one already. These propellers look a lot better than these. That's just an abomination. These look a lot better, I guess. Alright. Already more dramatic. Already more awesome. I had jumped from 60 FPS to 15. Oh, that's kind of laggy, isn't it? But if I pull this lever right here, start talking. So, I've revamped everything from the previous versions. And it's a lot better than the other 0.9 and a lot cooler. Today I'll be showing you what this thing is, controls, things inside of it, and a lot of other things. So, well, let's get started. First and foremost, most important part, maybe the place you'll be spending the most time in. The bridge. Here we'll see controls center thingy has all 10 keys mapped, has a lot of controls. Get back to that later. It has an inspect map thing to look around, GPS to know where you are. Only has a limited range. Is a miniature model of the vessel. Thought it was cool. 2 escape pods and a door. And then the front of it, you'll see these cargo area. A lot of cargo stuff and a lot of cargo. And this helipad here. And inside we have these propellers, which I'll get back in a little later as well. Also an elevator. The biggest room we have in this thing is a cargo room, obviously. Warehouse. It's a cargo carrier, not a helicarrier. In here is the core. Very powerful, sparkish. No, that's not the core. The core is actually behind that. It's like the transformer. That's the core. That's the core transformer. It's a little less bright than the core itself. Of course, incredibly energetic and will explode very violently. Here's an escape pod bay, elevator. There's the second floor, which has more stuff and things. Humidifiers, seats, and the control room. This place controls things like the blinking lights out there, a lot of other things, including changing time, space. Yeah, just basically living quarters right now. Also, sorry if I'm moving my mouse around a lot. I do that. Here's the living quarters back here. They're each identical. So well, as the sun sets, I can also show you the controls of it. Number 1 is the hover system. Usually, this will cause your lag to go down a little. If it's on the floor, you turn it off, it'll fall. Thrusters disengage. Press 2, you activate some booster thrusters for those back 2 propellers. Now press number 4, activate the booster propellers. 5 is the alarm. Number 6 is the ion cannon. 7 is cruise mode, which I could show you. 8 is cargo. And 9 and 0 is for the turret. The cruise mode will cruise the entire vessel along without you being in the seat. Also doesn't cause like you can't jump if it's moving too quickly. So it is moving just very slowly. So as I said, 9 and 0 are for those turrets. One you can see up there, and another one you can see down there. What those do is shoot projectiles that will violently push things away and explode them if they're big. So next I think I would like to talk about the propellers. These, unlike the other 0.9 version, move. It will always try to orient itself down to gravity. So for example, if we increase the pitch of it to face down, it will adjust to that and well, always will go down. The other version, even if a slight bit of difference happens, like it tilts slightly too much one way, it completely capsizes. But this is something I wanted to make a change to for a very long time. Another thing I'd like to show you is the ion cannon. It's still kind of broken, but basically works. It can melt anything, even tier 3 metal like butter. And if you consider that to be a knife. Just activate this and I'll show you how much the thing's charging up. In the front there should be a tiny gyro like laser right next to the core. It spins and spins and spins until it's, well, presumably halfway charged, and you can turn it off. Once this reaches full capacity, it's fire. Hear it firing now. As it's violent energy. I could cut through anything with ease. Also, if you haven't noticed, I had cruise mode on the entire time. Turned it off a little bit, and we're already in the other side of the map. So cruise mode isn't that slow. It could get you one place or another in a fairly short amount of time. The alarm system. There's two ways the alarm system can act. One, if the sensor here gets destroyed, or two, if you activate it by pressing the button again. And I think it's much more interesting if you see it explode than anything else. So here I'll put a explosive. This is, for example, I don't know if they add flying bots to scrap mechanic, which sounds terrifying. But if one gets destroyed, and the alarm activates, and everything will be set on fire like that. Very dramatic, isn't it? And we'll start to fall down slowly. So I'll activate the boosters to stabilize that. And yeah, it does get unstable, but it will stay in the air. If tree gets destroyed, you'll start falling, like no matter what. Low. Okay, that blew up violently than I thought. Crap! I flicked it. Oh crap! Oh no! I made a mistake. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so that was unprecedented. So I guess another feature I could show you is how the escape pod works. So as I said, number 5 will activate alarms and fire and stuff, which is just make it look epic. Even like fog you can see from far away, makes it look more dramatic. Escape pods work better if they're higher up in the air. And look how foggy it got, it's so hard to see. And so, well, now it's a good time to see what happens if the core explodes. To be honest, a lot of things happen when the core explodes. Either it can get cut in half, or cut in half the other way, or cut in half the other way. Just explode the core in the air multiple times, a lot of different things will happen. Just make sure you have a world clearing out. So, before we activate that, doors automatically open once the alarms goes off. I should make these also automatically open. There's 3 escape pods on the vessel to make it a little less laggy. There was 4 before. So once this explodes, or starts to explode, reduce this bottom one here, slowly flee. Alright, there you go. Look at all that smoke. Alright, successfully escaped. And there goes, exploded. Something, but also, yeah, the front half of it's completely gone. And, okay, that's lucky. As we slowly descend down to the floor, the fog slowly clears away. We finally conclude this episode. Maybe. Or if you want here to stay. I don't know what I'm saying. No, there's not much more I could show you. But let's look at the wreckage. There's ash all over everywhere. Flying around. Interesting. So here's where the core was. I didn't show the indestructible logs because they're indestructible, if you couldn't guess by the name. And yeah, see, this is the one way it could have got cut, like this. Surprisingly, I didn't cut all of it. Usually it cuts all of it most of the time. And this is the other way it gets cut. That. Really weird how these dukes work, but they do work. Second floor. This room survived. And living quarters are completely gone. I'm not sure if you want to sleep there so often. Yeah, the elevator is not going to work because there is no elevator to work. Well, let's see what happened up here. These things are basically completely destroyed and fairly useless. You're the captain, you died. Oops, fell. Seats over here. Escape pods over here always survive though. Because it's not a fireball, it's more like... And it's surprisingly not laggy. Sometimes it's incredibly laggy once it explodes. This is the creation. This is the airship. I've been working hundreds of thousands of hours of this game. If you want to have this, I'll have it in the description below. In my Steam account. It really was a lot of fun to make, and hopefully you will like it too. And well, not much for me to say, but goodbye. Hopefully I'll make more videos. And if I don't, well, too bad. Yeah, anyway. So goodbye, see you later. Have a nice one. And goodbye. Why are you still here? Go ahead. Just watch another video. Jeez. There's nothing more to see here, but more videos. Time. Oh yeah, also, I forgot to mention that